being an OnlyFans girl in 2025 is not for the faint-hearted. And here's a few reasons why. I don't know if you know this, but there's a whole viral ban wave that's happening on a very special social media platform, which I shall not name. But if you've already been affected by it, you know. It's definitely being blasted all over Twitter as of June 2025. And actually before as well, because that's when it started happening. I believe actually in South Korea is when the whole ban wave started to happen to random people's accounts, creators or not, doesn't matter. Nobody is safe. Nobody. Even for those people who supposedly paid for immunity, you're not safe. Nobody's safe from the AI software. If it wants you gone, it will find you. Anyways, interesting things to note when it comes to being a content creator, especially now in 2025. What I've noticed, even for myself, is that you will have issues with your social media accounts when you go viral. Usually people are wanting to go viral. They want those moments because they're associating virility with income. And yes, there is truth to that, absolute truth. The more viral you go, the more money you will usually make if you're doing it right. 90% of the time you're gonna have a income boost, unless you slipped up in some way and just, I don't know, however you structured it just didn't work. But most of the time, if you have your sales funnel already implemented ahead of time, you will make income from this, no matter what you're doing, OnlyFans or not. This is just a general marketing logic going on here. But what's happening in 2025, what I'm noticing, and just what I've been sitting back and observing, so this is going to affect not only OnlyFans girls, but everybody in the whole marketing world when it comes to social media, is that once you go viral, you have a high chance of having all of what you've worked for on social media being RIP'd. That's right, thrown in the trash, stomped on. You have to start over because you no longer have that account. For who knows why. They come up with a million different reasons. Most of them untrue. But there's a very high chance that it will happen to you. So, is going viral really the answer? Honestly, I beg to differ. When I went viral in 2025, actually it was end of 2024, going into 2025, and then I had a second viral boost at the beginning of 2025. I had a significant income boost. It was amazing. I was connecting with like thousands and thousands of paying subscribers. It was so cool, so great, and definitely a lovely confidence boost. The more subscribers, the more people you connect with, automatically you just feel so much love. You feel more loved when, as a content creator, because you're like, wow, people like what I'm creating. There's value in this. I should keep doing what I'm doing. Beware. Because there's a drop to that. Not only income-wise, but mentally, emotionally, but also platform-wise. There's a risk of being dropped on all of those levels. And the risk of being dropped can have pretty big, significant impacts in your life, in your money, in your emotional health, in your mental health, your business is health. So be aware of that. I personally don't think going viral is the key anymore. At all. Actually, I think it sets you up for failure. I think slow, organic growth, and I really mean slow, is the way to go now. I feel like it's safest for your business. I feel like it will give you a game plan as to what you can expect money-wise in and out. I think it's going to be better for emotional and mental health. And I feel like chasing the viral actually just sets you up for failure long term. Because once your growth goes that high, and then they either hit you with something because they want your account to go down, because they want you to keep engaging because you've already had so much height, right? They want you to not just drop off and be instantly famous, because that's not fair to everybody else, right? So they have to level the playing field, bring you down a notch. I've seen this happen over and over and over again. And people who have been in the social media world know this to be true. That's why a lot of people pay for the backdoor help when it comes to keeping things secure. But even then, there's no real security. There's always going to be somebody with their hand out saying that they can provide that for you. So be careful of that as well. Because what they're offering is very expensive. And number two, there's no real security. Because anything can and will be deleted whenever they feel like you need to try harder. So for those who are in 2025 and you are starting OnlyFans, I just want to give you this heads up that right now is not easy. You have to love what you do. You have to enjoy this art form. Otherwise, it will drive you mad. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and financially. Because there is no consistency with it. And the social media world climate that we are currently in is very turbulent. And if you can't handle that level of turbulence, if you don't have a safety net of income, savings, money, I wouldn't recommend this. As it could be quite disastrous. Thank God I've been a girl who has saved my whole life. There's moments where I love to splurge and have fun, but I've always been a saver. And if I didn't have that safety net of savings while dealing with the social media climate of 2024, going into 2025, as it is June now of 2025. Almost July, actually. About to enter July of 2025. I would be in a really bad situation if I didn't have that safety net. And if I was a girl who's starting right now and didn't have a safety net, it would be quite the risk. And I'm not saying this to discourage you from doing OnlyFans, but I am saying make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. Make sure you have your financial cushions in your bank account. And be prepared for moments of excitement if you go viral, but also moments where when you don't go viral and now your account is comparing your current numbers to when you had a weird viral high, and then it's now no longer pushing your stuff because of that. Beware. Beware. Because it will not provide you the security that you think it will just by automatically being an OnlyFans girl. It's not easy. You will have to work. You will have to chat with people yourself. That's what I do. I do it all myself. Though I get tired sometimes because I have hundreds and hundreds of messages. Of course, it's a lot of work. But I like what I do. I love what I do, and that's why I'm still here, doing it by myself. There will be agencies who will promise you millions of dollars. Don't believe them. They don't care about you. There's no millions of dollars waiting after you sign the paperwork with them. Be very careful. Only do this job if you love what this job is actually about. I'll let you put your own reasoning as to what that is, because everybody has their own reasoning. But the base of it is about loving yourself and being able to share those very special aspects of what makes you you to the world in a very detailed way, if you know what I mean. So anyways, wrapping this up, I hope this was educational for you, and it was a little bit of a rant, but I would also say it's a little bit of a warning. Be mindful, be smart, save your money, and prepare for the roller coaster of 2025 if you were a content creator, because here we are. We're buckled in.